What's up, everybody? Welcome to Buzzworthy TV, and I'm the girl, Lady T. I missed you guys. It's been almost a week, and I'm really trying to be, consistent. I know I've been busy. I've been at work, but I just wanted to come and talk to you guys for a minute about all the mess that went on with Real Housewives of Atlanta, y'all. Okay, so as you guys already know, didn't much happen on last night's episode, but there was a couple things that I wanted to get off my chest, so let's talk about it. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is this compensation that Sheree was trying to garner for Cairo. Okay, Sheree, no, and no. Like, where do you get off? Okay, first of all, Cairo has no freaking experience doing a fashion show, but yet and still you expect him to get paid? I don't think so. Second of all, he got there late as hell, and y'all can't even get y'all story straight. You talking about he got stuck in traffic. He talking about he had to wait for you. Quiet as it's kept, I think you only got one car, and he had to wait on you. You know, you was busy primping, getting all pretty or whatnot, and he had to wait on you so y'all could ride over there together. That's what I think happened. And then, third of all, like, it is a local fashion show, and he is just getting out into the scene. So, of course, him, like any up-and-coming model, is not going to get paid. It's to build their resume. And, Sheree, you should be grateful that Cynthia Bailey is willing to take him under her wing, because he has a lot of raw talent, but let's face it, he has no experience, and with her, kind of guiding him, he'll garner that talent that he needs. He'll get that experience, okay? Because it takes more to be a model than having a handsome face. Let's just be real. And by him being around Cynthia and even Noelle, who has a little bit of experience, will help him, hone his craft. So get out of here with that compensation stuff. He don't have any talent. I mean, I ain't gonna say he don't got no talent, but he don't have any experience right now to get paid. He better take that bag and keep it moving. Anyway, enough about that. The second thing I want to talk about is fake parks. Okay, y'all, I don't get it. I just don't get it. Each and every episode, we're seeing more and more how fake she is. And it just really, how do I say this? It really surprises me that a lot of people want to come in on people's comments, or they want to be like, well, Candy is teen too much. She too hyped. She need to go somewhere and sit down. She just like Mama Joy. And I'm Team Phaedra. I'm Team Portia. Team freaking Frack for life. Man, I'm just like, for real. Like, you guys see this stuff. You guys are way too intelligent not to see what's right in front of y'all face. And let's get into this, because, we're going to dissect this, okay? Because it's right in front of all of our faces. That's what made me kind of understand why Candy did what she did. Because honestly, when she went out there and laid all of Phaedra's business out there, I was not a fan, okay? Was not a fan. I was so not here for how Candy handled that. But now understanding, Phaedra is the type that comes off as this Southern belle, this Christian woman, but then will talk about you behind your back, stab you in the back, and do all this underhanded stuff, and expect you not to say nothing about it. And then when you say something about it, she want to be all prim and proper. No, ma'am. It don't work like that. So even though I don't agree with what Candy did, and it was totally against the girl code. Phaedra had it coming. And just like today, like on the episode, I should say, on last night's episode, why is she meeting with Candy's former employee and not only giving him a referral to somebody who deals with labor law, but she actually set up the meeting and is actually sitting in this meeting instead of saying, you know what, you and Candy, y'all got y'all issue. Me and Candy got our own little issue, so I'm just going to stay out of it. I know a great, labor attorney. I can give you the number. Y'all can do whatever y'all need to do, but I just prefer to stay out of it. There was no need for Phaedra to sit in that meeting. But no, she is itching to get back at Candy. Like she said that time when Candy confronted her, be careful about the grave you did because you end up graving a grave for yourself. Yeah, she been planning this. Just like how she went up there and was telling them that what was that? I'm sorry. Todd and Candy was messing with Shamia. Remember that? And she didn't even know she was being taped. That's why we know that she fake. Because she didn't even know that she was getting filmed and was spreading all that venom. Which in hindsight, if we really think about it, started all this mess with Candy and Portia. Yeah, it was a little rocky because, Portia was doing team too much, just defending her friend, which I don't have no gripes with that because I agree with what Portia said. Some of that stuff between Candy and Phaedra should have been behind closed doors. I agree with that. But it got worse because Phaedra got the ball rolling with all that stuff about Candy, Todd, and Shamia. And, Portia was already upset with Candy, so she piggybacked off what Phaedra said. And it started this whole like domino effect. Okay? And the fact that she wouldn't even stand up for her friend. Okay? She wouldn't even stand up for Portia. At all. Like, she's sitting up here seeing Portia going at it with Candy hard and don't got nothing to say about it. And I understand you didn't know that you were getting filmed, so it was no sense of you, saying, well, I'm the one who said, you and Shamia and Ty was, getting it in or whatever. You didn't have to say that, but you could have defended your friend. Because this all started with you, Phaedra. And she's sitting up there, they going at like cats and dogs. And you don't got nothing to say. Candy up here in tears because this girl talking about drugs. And, her and Ty was plotting to drug her or whatnot. And you still sitting there talking about you don't know who lying. Yes, the hell you did know who was lying because it's going to come out in the reunion that Portia got all this stuff about how Candy and Todd were digging you and supposedly were going to try to drug you so y'all could do some type of threesome or whatnot from you. So, come on, y'all. Like, let's just be real. Even with this whole thing with Phaedra and this former employee. First of all, the former employee is full of shit. Okay, let's just keep it real. Okay, he's talking about that him and Candy was supposed to go into business about, with the old lady gang. He came up with the idea about a restaurant, and then 8 months later, they, Todd and Candy tells him that they're going to open up the old lady gang. First of all, let's be clear, as Candy says. She had been talking about doing something with her mom and her aunts about the food. She's been raving about the food for a couple of seasons now. So it was your idea to open up a soul food restaurant with her and her aunts and her mama? I don't think so. Maybe it was like, ooh, you should open up a restaurant. And she probably was like, oh, that's a good idea. But I think that maybe, I do think that she was probably like, it's a good idea. And maybe there was talks. But like she was saying, he was focused on other things that he wanted to do personally outside of the other business handlers that they had. So I think because of that, she decided to do her own thing and create the old lady gang. You know, nothing personal, because it probably wasn't a drawn out conversation. It was probably like, "Ooh, you should open up a restaurant. Oh, that's a good idea. You know, maybe we'll do that." That type of thing. But like she said, he was already doing his own ventures. That's why he was no longer a full-time employee, but she still used him for her events. So she was still looking out for him. But he wanted to take it to a whole nother level and call himself trying to sue her. And Phaedra got her hands all in this, okay? For no reason. And claiming she don't got nothing against Candy. Girl, bye. And then the whole thing about a mother's love. A mother's love, y'all, I know a lot of people don't know what the plot is because a lot of people didn't see it because it closed before it really even opened. But with a mother's love, it was about her, you know, and how she started out as a singer and her mama being overbearing and how she was in this girl group. It's loosely based on her life. So how does it have anything to do with this dude over here? I don't understand. Maybe somebody needs to put it down in the comments because I'm freaking confused, okay? I don't see how he has a leg to stand on any of this, the restaurant or the play, okay? So to me, it's a bunch of bull crap, and Phaedra just egging him on and set him up for failure. But like I said, she's so freaking messy, and she just fake. Just like, okay, even when she sat down with Cynthia, okay? Now, Cynthia was like, I understand, you know, I'm not really here to celebrate divorce, you know, it's a hurtful thing, and it's just hard. But I do not think that Kenya had any malice. I just think that she felt that you guys were in a good place. You know, me and Kenya, we're good. So she just thought that it'll be just something for us to laugh and celebrate and have a good time. Like Cynthia said in her confessionals, she didn't mean nothing by it. She just wanted us to eat penis cake, sing penis songs, and laugh about penises. You know, it wasn't like that. She wasn't really trying to celebrate you know, in your misery. It wasn't like that at all. But she gonna say, I don't have nothing against Kenya. I was just offended. I can't tell that you was just offended. Your text, you went in on that girl. Like Cynthia said, you drug her in that text. Now, when you're getting confronted and someone saying that, hey, that was kind of harsh, that text message that Portia read was kind of harsh, and Kenya didn't mean nothing by it, so, you know, that was kind of a little over the top. Now you want to be like, well, I don't have any malice towards her. I was just offended. Now you want to act like what you said wasn't a big deal. No, you drug her in that text, and that was not fair. And then when she came to talk to you about it, woman to woman, you still had a chip on your shoulder. So that's why I say Phaedra is fake. She does all this stuff behind the scenes and then want to come off trying to smell like a rose to the public. That's all. And I just wish a lot of people would just acknowledge what we're seeing every single week on these episodes. Every single week, we're seeing how she is being fake. And even with Portia has admitted to, like, you know, going overboard and not telling the truth about everything that she was throwing at Candy last week. Okay, so it's kind of like, is Candy not supposed to be upset? And it's just too much. You know, like I had told y'all in the beginning of this whole thing, you know, people have been trying to throw dirt on Candy's name for years, and each time they always come looking like a fool because they the ones that got to admit that they lied. Just like with Tamika Scott admitting that she lied about all the stuff that she said that Candy did back in the day. And it was so funny. She admitted that she lied, but people was just like, yeah, but Candy was doing too much by keep making her say it. No, she wasn't. This girl has been dragging my name throughout the industry and in public, saying that I did this and that I did not do. And yes, you said that you lied, and all Candy said was say that again. She didn't keep harping on it. She just wanted to say it nice and clear. They were on the radio. You apologized to me privately. Now I just need you to straighten this out publicly. I mean, that's how you brought it. You brought it to the public, so let's straighten it out publicly. That's all she wanted, and I don't think there's nothing wrong with that when your name has been dragged through the mud. And I just wish people would sit there and think about it. Put yourself in her shoes. And let's have a really open and honest discussion about this in the comment section. How would you feel if you were constantly lied on? And, you know, people want to bring this out and want to drag you publicly, but then when they know they're wrong, they want to apologize privately. Wouldn't you want it to be acknowledged publicly, since that's how you brought it? You know, you didn't drag me privately, so why should I take your apology privately? But anyway, y'all, that's all I wanted to talk about. It wasn't much to this episode, but it was a lot of other loose ends I just felt that we need to tie up about fake Trump. But anyway, y'all, till next time, peace and love.